BGSU commit Trent Sims accounted for 10 total touchdowns last season. Javon Pratt contributed for 1,500 yards of total offense for the Indians. These senior quarterbacks look to guide their teams to a Week 1 victory. Northview versus Waite. It's next. Malakoff Stadium opened in 1934 is one of the most iconic football stadiums in all of Ohio. Tonight, the Waite Indians add a new page to their history book by debuting field turf, but the Northview Wildcats are seeking to play the role of spoiler and avenge a Week 1 defeat 1 season ago. Welcome out to Malakoff Stadium. Tim Clagg alongside Ed Bellner. The wait, the anticipation, the two-a-days, they're in the rear-view mirror. It's time to get down to football.
These guys are ready. They're hungry all summer long. They've been going against classmates, teammates. They're ready to go against somebody unique and different than themselves.
Last season was a learning experience for the Wildcats. They finished 3-7. They had lost 17 starters on both sides of the ball from that team we saw 2 years ago that made the playoffs.
They did, and last year was that season that they lost 3 games by 7 points or less, and so they were in a lot of those games that they lost. This year, they've got to make sure and tighten that up and finish strong.
And the offense starts with senior quarterback BGSU commit Trent Sims. He put on 20 pounds of muscle in the offseason, and he accumulated 10 total touchdowns for this offense 1 year ago. Welcome out to Holland, Ohio. Tim Clagg alongside John Gibson here. And first things first, Week 10 means the league title on the line tonight. Anthony Wayne, they control their own destiny. A win, they will win it outright. If they lose tonight, it could set up for a 3-way tie between Springfield, Anthony Wayne, and if Perrysburg takes care of business.
That would be a best-case scenario for Springfield, considering how they started the year at 0-4 to rattle off 6 straight wins to end the season. That would be a feather in the cap. But this Anthony Wayne team has not given up a point since September. They have not given up any points in September. I don't see how Springfield can get a W tonight. But this is why they play the games.
And to quote the late Denny Green, they are who we thought they were. Anthony Wayne, 2,500 rushing yards on the ground, 38 rushing touchdowns. They have been unstoppable this season on the ground. 2 postseason foes look to add to their historic rivalry tonight as a trip to Columbus is on the line as the Rogers Rams meet up with the Bellevue Lady Red. BCSN is brought to you in high definition by Dave White Chevrolet. The place to go on Alexis and Monroe, Dave White Chevrolet. Welcome out to Mansfield Senior High School alongside Jesse Furness. I'm Tim Clagg. While Rogers and Bellevue don't meet during the regular season, these two teams have met 4 out of the last 5 years in the state tournament, and Rogers has been victorious in all 4 meetings. 9 meetings since 2014. Notre Dame holds the advantage 4-2-3, including a 1-0 victory last year in the district semi. But you look deeper in the stats, they both scored 11 goals in those 9 meetings.
Yeah, I mean, it's been some, over the years, there's been some fantastic games for these two teams as well against each other. It's been a real battle. It's gone backwards and forwards. Obviously, NDA just have the advantage slightly. This is going to be a really good game tonight. This isn't a game I don't want to call. I don't want to make the decision on this game. It's going to be a tough game tonight.
Notre Dame comes in here a number 5 seed, the most dangerous number 5 seed I think I've ever seen in the OHSAA tournament, and they were able to get a little bit of retribution on Monday night. They lost in the regular season finale to St. Ursula. They came back with a 1-goal victory to advance here. Tonight we honor the winningest driver in Flat Rock history, Joy Fair, with the 7th annual Joy Fair Memorial 100 at the quarter mile. Welcome out to the Flat Rock Speedway. Tim Clagg alongside CJ Perry. And when every race schedule comes out, drivers always circle key events on their calendar. If drivers can win this race here today, their season just might be complete.
This can make a season and this can make a career.
Welcome inside the Glass Bowl. Tim Clagg alongside Ed Bellner for this track versus Northern Lakes League matchup. For Southview, last week it marked the beginning of a new era on the sidelines. First-year head coach Jeremy Rowe there, replacing Coach Jim Mazies, who was the head coach for 26 seasons.
Jeremy Rowe coming under Jim Mazies as a player years ago, and so we know that he has a good upbringing, and he's excited to take over this team.
He was very pleased last week with the performance of his defense. They held Rogers under 150 total yards of offense. They're going to need that same performance, especially for a St. Francis team that loves to run the football. St. John's 10-3, just 1 loss in conference play. They've won 6 games in a row, and during that winning streak, they've scored 9 or more runs 5 out of those 6 games.
Yeah, they're swinging the bats awfully well, hitting .322 as a team coming into this one. And that's going to be important, too. Against the St. Francis Knights team, it's hitting .329 themselves. So you're going to have to swing the sticks. You're going to have to field well, pitch well. The margin for error between these two teams is very small here this afternoon. The team that can execute at the highest level likely will come out with the victory.
St. Francis has won 3 straight track championships, but a little bit of a different makeup this year. Just 2 returning starters for head coach Tim Gherkin here, but no reason to get weary yet. This is a very talented club trying to win their 4th straight title. Just to prove how much he wants to win here at Salem Speedway, Will Kimmel actually tested here twice. Most of the teams only test here once. Will came back here Monday night because they had a problem in that first initial test. Luckily, they were able to have it in the test, not tonight during the race. Will's finished runner-up in this event back in 2011, been very close. You got to believe if he can go to victory lane here tonight, everybody in the stands is going to be on their feet. Last year, the 2 dominant drivers were Steve Needles and Brian Bergacker, and go figure, they qualified 1 and 2, but last year they got caught up in a wreck with each other midway through the race.
They tangled.
We have 2 tremendous goalkeepers, 2 of the best in Northwest Ohio. First for Notre Dame, senior Katie Wisniewski, 66 saves coming in here. She's only conceded 12 goals all season long.
Yeah, she's had a fantastic season. She's been good, the basic stuff she's been really good at. She's caught the ball, she's caught crosses, her distribution's really good, but she's made some really good saves as well. She's get some really good clean sheets, and she's made some really good saves.
On the other end for Clay, Kennedy Slovak. She's been a 4-year starter, now a 3-time goalkeeper of the year in the Three Rivers Athletic Conference. She has 69 saves, but boy, she's just really stepped up her game from when we saw her 3 years ago until now.
Yeah, Kenny's a fantastic athlete. Not only is she a good goalkeeper, she's good at multiple sports as well. Her range of diving is unbelievable. I go back to the game last year against Southview at Clay, where she's pulled a save out in the last couple of minutes, which was, you know, a senior goalkeeper in college is going to be proud of that save. So again, she makes saves. She does the simple things well, but she makes some really important saves as well.
Notre Dame has won 3 straight district championships. Clay, they're looking for their first district title in program history. We have the opening kickoff coming up next here on BCSN.